In today's fast-paced and globalized world, English plays a vital role in our everyday lives. It is no longer just a subject in school or a foreign language. It has become a tool for communication, learning, entertainment, and even personal growth. Whether you live in a small town or a big city, whether you are a student or a professional, English follows you almost everywhere. This essay explores how English becomes a natural part of one's day from morning till night. Speaking English daily helps build confidence and fluency. It improves our communication skills, opens doors to global opportunities, and connects us with people from all over the world. But most importantly, it helps us express our thoughts clearly. From checking the news to ordering food online, from attending classes to watching movies, English is around us every single moment. In this essay, I will take you through a day in my life and show how English is deeply connected to everything I do. Morning routine. My day usually starts at 6:30 in the morning. As soon as I wake up, I check my phone. The first thing I see is a motivational quote that I have saved as my wallpaper. Start each day with a positive thought. It's a small habit, but it sets the tone for my day. I then open my favorite meditation app which gives me daily affirmations in English. Listening to these affirmations like, I am strong, I am focused, and today is going to be a good day, fills me with positive energy. After freshening up, I go to the kitchen where my mom is usually making breakfast. Sometimes we talk in a mix of English and our native language. For example, I might say, Mom, what's for breakfast today? Or, can I get some tea, please? These small sentences may seem simple, but they help keep my English active and practical. While having breakfast, I often scroll through the news. I prefer reading English newspapers like the Times of India or the Hindu. The headlines give me an idea of what's happening in the world. Even reading just a few articles helps me improve my vocabulary. On some days, I even watch the morning news on TV or YouTube in English to practice listening comprehension. If I have time, I do a short English grammar quiz or solve a few vocabulary exercises on apps like Duolingo or Memrise. These apps make learning fun and interactive. It feels great to use even 10-15 minutes in the morning to boost my English. Travel to college. Around subah ke 8 baje, I leave for college. During my commute, I mostly travel by bus. On the way, I often listen to English podcasts or songs. One of my favorite podcasts is The Daily by the New York Times, and I also enjoy TED Talks. Listening to spoken English helps me get used to different accents, sentence structures, and vocabulary. Public transportation is also full of English around me. There are signs like, emergency exit, do not litter, and next stop. The announcements on the bus or metro are often bilingual, and the English version helps me connect the local language with English. Sometimes, I also go through my study notes or class presentations while traveling. Since most of my academic work is in English, I have to read and understand the subject in English too. Reviewing topics in English during travel time helps me revise and stay ahead. If I'm not in the mood to study, I check Instagram or YouTube Shorts. I follow a few English learning pages that post tips, vocabulary videos, and funny skits. One short video a day may seem small, but it adds up to hours of learning over time. At college, once I reach college, English becomes even more important. All my subjects are taught in English. The teachers explain topics in English and we are expected to answer in English as well, both in written exams and during class discussions. This helps me build academic vocabulary and improves my formal English. During group projects, we often speak English with our teammates, especially if we come from different regions. Sometimes it feels awkward, but it pushes us to improve. I remember one time, during a presentation on global marketing strategies, I had to speak in front of the entire class. I was nervous, but using English confidently helped me feel more professional and prepared. Even when we talk casually in the canteen or library, we often mix English into our conversation. We say things like, let's submit the assignment today, or, he's bunking the class again. This mixture of English and regional language is very common and natural in Indian colleges. Teachers also encourage us to improve our English communication. They suggest reading English novels, watching English films with subtitles, and even writing daily journals. I have started keeping a journal where I write about my day in simple English. It helps me express my feelings and reflect on my experiences. Break time or social interaction. Break times in college or the office are when we can truly relax, laugh, and connect with others. Even though these are casual moments, English still finds a way to be a part of them. Whether I'm in the college canteen or walking down the corridor with friends, we often switch between English and our local languages without even thinking. When talking about assignments or upcoming exams, phrases like, "Did you finish the project?" or "We have a deadline tomorrow," are commonly used. If we're gossiping or joking around, we might say, "He's totally crushing on her," or "You're such a drama queen." English expressions like "lol," "OMG," and "seriously" are part of our everyday communication. During lunch, someone might say, "Pass me the water bottle, please," or "Your food smells delicious." These small interactions may seem informal, but they help build vocabulary, sentence structure, and confidence. When you use English regularly, even in short phrases, it becomes a habit. Social media is another major part of my break time. I scroll through Instagram, check WhatsApp statuses, and watch YouTube shorts. Most of the creators I follow speak in English or use subtitles. I follow pages like BBC Learning English, Speak English with Mr. Duncan, and English with Lucy. They post short, useful tips on pronunciation, phrases, and grammar. One day, while scrolling through Reels, I came across the phrase, "beat around the bush." I liked the way it sounded, so I searched its meaning, practiced using it in a sentence, and even used it in a conversation with a friend the next day. That's how learning English through social media becomes fun and useful. It's not forced, it's part of how I live and talk every day. Even texting friends helps improve my English. Emojis may be universal, but captions like "best day ever" or "feeling grateful today" are all in English. Sometimes, I challenge myself to reply to messages using proper English sentences instead of shortcuts like "you" or "thx." It helps my writing skills and makes me more mindful of grammar. English is not just about textbooks, it's also in the way we express joy, humor, and emotions. It becomes part of our personality. I realized that speaking English fluently doesn't mean using complicated words, it means using the right words to express yourself clearly and confidently. Evening activities. After returning home from college, I usually take a short break before starting any assignments or study sessions. This time of the day is also filled with English in different forms. From entertainment to apps to casual conversations, English is always around me. Sometimes, I go out with friends or family in the evening. We visit cafes, shopping malls, or local parks. Most restaurants and shops have English signboards. Menus are often in English, and so are the instructions for online orders or payments. I have noticed that when we place an order at cafes, we use English phrases like, "one cold coffee, please," or "can I have a takeaway?" It's become a normal part of how we interact in public places. When I shop online, I use apps like Amazon, Flipkart, or Myntra. All the descriptions, categories, reviews, and messages are in English. Even the notifications I receive say things like, "Your order has been shipped," or "Delivery expected by tomorrow." I didn't realize it at first, but constantly reading these messages improves my reading comprehension. After some rest, I start working on my homework or assignments. All my academic materials, from textbooks to PDFs and PowerPoint presentations, are in English. When I have doubts, I search them on Google, watch explainer videos on YouTube, or visit academic forums like Stack Exchange. The answers, again, are mostly in English. I also like watching movies or series in the evening to unwind. I prefer watching them in English or with English subtitles. Shows like Friends, Stranger Things, or The Big Bang Theory help me learn how native speakers talk in everyday situations. I listen to their pronunciation, expressions, and tone. I've picked up useful phrases like, "What's the catch?" "Cut to the chase." "That's not my cup of tea." I'm all ears. I try to use them when I speak to my classmate or write essays. Watching English content not only entertains me but also expands my vocabulary and understanding of sentence flow. When I'm watching a video or reading something in English and come across a new word, I quickly write it down in my notebook or save it in my notes app. I write the meaning, pronunciation, and one example sentence. It's a small habit, but very effective. Over time, my personal vocabulary list has grown a lot. In the evening, I also like writing short messages or emails to my teachers or classmates. Whether I'm asking about class schedules, deadlines, or submitting assignments, these conversations are mostly in English. I try to be polite and professional, starting with, "Dear Sir, Madam," and ending with, "Thank you," or "Regards." This helps me learn the formal tone of English writing.